Hello, my name is Bonnie Molina, and I'm a consultant here at CS3 Technology. This is the second video in the series of 3 videos about Scissortail Ready's custom forms. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a character type that's in a list, a radio button, and checkboxes. Now, I'm already going to be in my custom forms, and I'm going to have the PDF template uploaded and saved as my background. So if you're new to custom forms, please check out the first video in this series called CS3 Custom Forms, video number 1, Intro with a Simple Signature Page, which can be located in the Links and Videos HR folder in Scissortail. So let's get started. This is what my template looks like. This is my background. And we're going to start by adding a new field. We're going to start with the checkbox type. And I'm going to hit save and go into the pencil so we're in edit mode. We're going to change the name to tool. And all 5 of these check boxes we're going to name the same. So we're going to change it to a checkbox. And I have already predetermined where I want the checkboxes to be. And you can learn how to do that by dragging and dropping your field where you want it and kind of play around with the X and Y to make it look the way you like it. So I'm going to start at position X at 90 and position Y at 175. And since this is a checkbox, we're going to do the standard of 50 and 20. And we're going to hit save. Now, as you can see, I made that 50, but it's covered over the word ladder. So let's just minimize that to 30 so we can just read the word tool. And we're going to hit save. Now we can clone this particular checkbox 4 more times. We just need to go back to the form page, and here is our first field. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on the clone field 4 times. And then we're going to go in and we're going to edit the name and the Y location. So let's change the name, and the Y location is going to be 196. We're going to hit save. Hit the back arrow, go into the next one, change the name, and the third one's going to be at location 217. Hit the back arrow. The fourth one is going to be at location 238. And the back arrow. And the last tool location is going to be at 259. Now, how I determined how much to add to each of the Y positions is because my height is 20 and I'm adding 1 more to give it a little bit of a space in between each one. And then I'm going to hit save. So you can already have the remaining 4 places already predetermined to where you can just save them by using that, your height plus 1 to give it just a little bit of space in between. So let's preview this. So now we have a checkbox type, and we're asking the user or the employee to choose which tools they'll need for this job. So we're going to click on ladder and screwdriver and bucket. They can choose them all, they can choose one, but they do not, they can make multiple choices, and that's what the checkbox allows in this list. Okay, so let's move down to a character type that is a list. So let's add a new field. Let's change the name to question 1 because they're answering a question. And it's going to stay a character field. Now we need to change it to position 6. And I've already predetermined the location. And I'm going to change the width on this to, let's try 75 and 20. It's going to be a yes/no answer. So we're going to click on this is a list. We're going to click on add multiple items. And what you're adding here are all the choices or the answers that you're going to allow your user or employee to make. So we're going to type in the first answer. We're going to make a hard return to type in the second answer and a hard return. And if you have more than 2 answers to choose from, then make sure you hit the hard return and then click on add. And this is what they look like on the screen. I'm going to hit save. And that put the question 1 in this location. So we're going to add a new field. We're going to change the name to question 2. It's going to stay a character. We're going to change the field order. And we're going to change the position to 90 and 380. And we're going to make it 75 and 20. It's going to be a list item. I'm going to add multiple answers. It's going to be yes, no. Click add, then click save. Now let's preview those. So the first question is, have you watched all the training videos? And we're going to answer yes. And the second question is, have you read the company's policy? And we're going to answer yes. So let's close that preview and let's go down to the radio button style. Now the radio button, we'll add the first one. We're going to name these time. They all have to have the same name for them to be interactive. And with the radio button, you're going to have several options, but the employee can only choose one option. So in this particular item, we want them to choose a time. So with the radio button, we need to put a label. So we're going to start with 8 a.m. and we're going to make that label with, since it is a label, and we want it to be pretty close to the radio button. We do not need it to be 100 width, so we're going to make it 20. And we're going to put this in the 8th position. And our first position is 70 and 500. And with the radio button, they're going to be 50 and 20. And let's hit save. And that's what it looks like. Now, we are going to go back to the first field that allows us to make the cloning. So I'm back to the form page, and I'm going to clone this time field 4 more times because I have 4 more times that I want the employee to choose from. So I'm going to click at 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what I want to also point out that when you clone, it automatically chooses the field order as well. So let's go in and change the time, the label, and the Y location. So what I meant by time is the name. So they all have to be named the same. And I did these times on purpose to match the field order. So it could be different for you. Just wanted to point that out. So 522, 9, 522, and save. And hit back. Let's go into this one, change it back to the time. So the name, all named the same, change this to 10, and change the Y to 544, because we're adding 22 this time, and we're going to hit save. Okay, we're going to go back and change the name, the time, and then the Y location. And hit save. We have one more. Change the name so they all match and they're interactive. Change the time. And then change the Y location or position. And hit back. So now we have them all 5 there. And they're in the right order. So let's preview this now. So down here at the bottom, we're asking our employees to choose a time. They can choose 8, 9, 10, 11, or noon, but they can only choose one. So that is how you use the Scissortail Ready custom forms for radio buttons, checkboxes, and characters that are in a list. And to be sure and check out the 3rd video in this series that's going to be over advanced field types, which can be found in the links and video section in Scissortail. And if you need assistance on anything, please contact us at support@cs3technology.com.